Carter Hart, Carter Hart, Carter Hart. He's the next big name that's going out of Philly. I This is a prime example of how you need to observe and take in information during silly season. If a couple of people with 10,000 or less followers on Twitter throw out there, keep an eye on Carter Hart to the Oilers, you need to think about it a little bit more, right? Like Tom Gazzola threw cold water on it. If Tom Gazzola is saying it, I buy it. That's a guy who's established in the market, has connections in Edmonton, breaks a lot of news, says a lot of really good stuff. Some random dude from Philly saying, not random, some media person from Philly saying, Oilers interested in Carter Hart, keep an eye on Edmonton. What do they know? And I don't mean that to
Mhm.
be like an asshole or be condescending, but you know what I'm saying, Liam, right? Like anyone can say whatever they want on Twitter with no consequences. You need to make sure these rumors are coming from legitimate sources before you start getting your hopes up about Carter Hart. Because as we outlined yesterday, it doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah, you gotta be careful what you see out there. There's a few guys, right? Obviously, Frank,
Yeah.
Freeman, those kind of gentlemen doing the jobs they do. And for the Carter Hart to Edmonton, though, I mean, boy, wouldn't that be an experience to have Carter Hart and Stuart Skinner between the pipes? Two guys who literally battled it out their entire careers from Edmonton minor hockey to the WHL to now the NHL. That would be kind of wild,
Yeah.
but it would just be. It takes a lot, right? Like Campbell would obviously have to be in the deal. You probably would Broberg, Borgo, I would assume someone like that, and then another pick as well. I'm not saying it's not worth it if that's what it all is, but I just don't see Ken Holland wanting to move on from Jack Campbell. If that was the deal and Campbell had to be involved, I would 100% do it and deal with the consequences of a possible free agents not wanting to come. But I just don't see Carter Hart being a viable option for this team with the assets they have.
Oilers fans are all buzzing with the idea that, Carter Hart could be on the trading block in Philly as one of the next pieces available. I think the piece in Philly Edmonton should be going after is Travis Konechny. But what do you make of the Carter Hart rumors coming out of Philly? And listen, I think I know your answer, but I'll ask you anyways. Is Edmonton going to be sniffing around that at all?
I don't have any indication or sense that the Oilers are in on the goalie market at all. I think they're contractually stuck with the pieces that they have in Campbell and to a lesser extent Skinner. Um, Carter Hart's available, but the price I think is going to be pretty significant. The Flyers are listening. My understanding is nothing is imminent. And when it comes to Travis Konechny, I think the same rule applies. Everyone on the Flyers is up for grabs with the exception of Cutter Gauthier. He's the one untouchable in the organization. And then the next most expensive player who is available would be Travis Konechny coming off of the season that he had. He had a great year. He's a little ball of fire, and when he's engaged, he's up there among some of the most impactful players in the league in terms of the ability to really make a dent on the game. So he's someone that I think would be of high demand, and that contract is really valuable as well. A couple more seasons at $5.5 million. This is the beginning of the teardown for the Flyers. They're going to rebuild. I don't know if they're going full scorched earth like the Chicago Blackhawks did. I think it's going to be something close to that, though, that it's a race to the bottom. How quickly can they get there? And that Provorov trade to me was an indication that, yeah, it's important to get that 22nd overall pick, but it's also important to move on and to begin tearing this down.